Okay, this is a video of my new Bend Pak lift. It is a XPR 10CX, which is the extra width, which I wanted. It's 145 from outside base plate to outside base plate. I can't remember what the dimensions are inside here, but I went symmetric because I've got a heavy truck and I didn't know if I'd trust an asymmetric or not. As you can see, with this extra width, there's plenty of room to get the doors open on your car. Granted, what I always like to do anyway, I got a level enough floor that any vehicle I bring in, I just leave the car in neutral and push it where I want it to get in and out of it easier. But anyway, got everything hooked up. I used the 10-2 ROHS wire. It's flexible like an extension cord. A little heavier jacket, so it will be hard to get it wired into a 1/2 inch socket here, but you can shave it a little bit to get it in. I use a little bit of lubricant as well, but obviously 220 Emerson motor, which I found fairly decent motor, but we'll go ahead and raise it. Granted, I already have everything all set up. I usually like to check my points and give a little bit of a shake test just to make sure it's balanced. Go ahead and raise it up. One of the things I liked about this Bend Pak was the release goes to both sides at the same time. I looked at several lifts where you had to release each side individually. Well, it's not a huge deal. Saves some time. Also feel a little safer standing outside to release those than underneath the car. And we lower back down on the safeties. So, one thing you got to watch on some of these, as you can see, this car's been lifted before over time, and if you don't use adapters, you've been this pinch on most cars, and you can even get into the rockers, which isn't too wise. But one thing I liked though as well, I looked at Challenger lifts, and Challenger didn't come with the truck adapters, which to me is a necessity. It was like $200 more. This is a pretty stable lift. I like it pretty well. Granted, there's no motor in this car or anything right now, but it does pretty well. But even on just, standard Mustang, you pretty much have to use adapters, like I said. Works pretty well. But my installer didn't use the original wedge bolts. He didn't like them. He said they tend to split concrete the way these are designed. So he actually used a Simpson 3/4 by 5.5 Simpson strong tie is what he used. The manufacturer actually gives you metal wedges for shimming, but he used nylon because he didn't like those because they rust. The lift actually came with blue Bend Pak touch-up paint. Came with vehicle lift point guide, which is really nice. I suppose that the Automotive Lift Institute includes that, since it's a certified lift. Instructions, just basic safety things, stickers, that type of stuff. All in all, it's a pretty nice lift. I actually have 6.5 inches of concrete rebar. I actually redid this pad and tied it in to what was existing. But I would say, all in all, it's a pretty nice lift. I like it so far. Used it a few times. I haven't got my Dodge truck on it yet, but that'll be the true test. So when I do, I will post another video of that. Alright. Any questions? Shoot me an email.